So you will not be leaving the courtroom today. Yeah, you're not going home today. Throwing yourself on the floor crying because you've been taken into custody, you know what that results in?
Let me see.
You just on a dirty floor. He'll go into custody today.
Okay.
Deputy Laura, if you put her in cuffs, since you want to be next to her son and put her in the box. Okay, he doesn't seem like he wants it. He's sort of like,
They walk into court free, with shoes on, hands loose, and hope in their eyes. But one by one, they left cuffed, stunned, unprepared, and taken straight into custody. There are the top 20 cuff moments from Judge Boyd's courtroom.
Wait. All right, are we here for a motion to revoke? What are we here for?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have more time to prepare. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to continue?
You want to do this today or you want to come back? I can come back another day.
Oh, well, you have a judge's warrant, so either way, you'll be coming back by bus. So you will not be leaving the courtroom today. So we can do this now, or you can come back on another day. Which would you prefer?
Just today now.
All right. Are you the same Andrew Eugene Pena who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8246W for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on October 21st, 2020 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state,
Your Honor,
if you'll reread, please.
sure. Violated condition number 2, on or about the 7th day of February 2023 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Andrew Eugene Pena, is then and there illegally used a controlled substance, namely amphetamine, in violation of condition number 7.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
All right, state,
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
any objections?
No objection. Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
No, Your Honor, state recommending safety.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
And Your Honor, we're asking that he be allowed to go to some inpatient treatment. And if the court remember, he was in an inpatient treatment in Austin. And you said he needed back here for this. He wasn't going to go to that one. We have some documentation Mr. Pena would like you to have as part of your consideration. Poor relationship with his brother, who is one of his trigger points. There's a lot of issues. Their father is elderly and he triggers Mr. Pena to go into these episodes. And we're asking that he be allowed to re-enroll in the outpatient program that he was in and issue some sort of no contact with his brother.
All right. And is there anything else?
All right.
All right, Mr. Pena, you've been here before the court. I think this is your third occasion for using. I'm going to give you a choice. If you wish, I can send you to prison. Or if you wish, I can send you to drug treatment. But either way, you're not leaving court today. So you can either, I'll have you taken into custody. We'll do a referral to felony drug court. If felony drug court does not accept you, then you'll be going to safety. Or if you want, I'll sentence you to 3 years in the prison. And the reason why I'm at the 3 years is based upon what your attorney has presented to me.
With the credit for all the time that he's been in and the programs he's completed.
If he successfully completed programs, yes, he'll receive credit for that, but it has to have been inpatient.
May I have a moment?
Yes.
Mr. Pena is, would like to, so I'll let him take it. Sorry.
All right. Yes, Mr.
Ask
Pena.
him the question.
Your Honor, I want to, I will accept. 3 years, you take a seat.
All right. And you'll get the trial court certification.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Pena, I will tell you, if felony drug court were to accept you, that's a great program.
I was already in there and I got out. Like it, Your Honor.
All right, here's the thing, Mr. Pena, you cannot write your own program. If everybody could write their own program, we wouldn't be here. I know there are different treatment facilities where people would prefer to be there, or different programs they would prefer to do, but you can't write your own program. All right, Mr. Pena, are you asking to be sentenced to 3 years in the prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor. That's what it should be right now.
All right, the court is finding violation condition number 2 true. The court will grant the motion. Find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and credit for any time served in a successful completion of any inpatient treatment. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Pena. Roger Gonzalez. All right, probation. So is there an agreement on this or no?
Yes, Your Honor, we've come to an agreement.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 2663, State of Texas versus Crystal Morales Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record? Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor. We filed it, Your Honor.
You're waiving your right to appeal?
You have to answer.
Yes.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Take in consideration County Court cause number 690-608, 690-609, night mag number 673-793.
Your Honor, my client wanted to approach the judge. She has, she explained to the court yesterday, she has children. She was going to ask if she could get, before she actually has to have the sentence imposed, could you give her some time? She was asking to the beginning of January to make arrangements for her children and other situations that she has regarding her property and everything before she begins her sentence, so that the children can be properly cared for, Your Honor. And I'd like her to inform the court if she could.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand?
Thank you, Judge.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Crystal Morales Martinez.
All right, what did you wish to say to the court?
If I could get some time to handle my affairs. Currently, one of my kids passed away a year ago. My mom passed away 2 years ago. I'm currently living at a hotel right now. So I need time to place my kids. I have 5 kids. One of them graduated with honors. And I have 4 small children living. So if I could get time to place them with the loved one, you know, one of my family members.
Where are your children now?
They're currently in school, but my 1-year-old's with my sister right now and my 4-year-old. So I live at a hotel right now.
And did you do your UH there?
Yeah.
And what are the results?
I came out dirty
All right,
from one of them. But slightly was light, but still it did come out.
okay. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney, okay? All right, so you're going to be going into custody today. I can ask that you be placed in the therapeutic community if you would like to do that. It doesn't increase the time that you are in custody. All right, would you like that?
I'm sorry with that.
therapeutic community to perhaps help you with your drug issues? All right, can you add therapeutic community to that, please? And we're off the record. You're not any good to your children if you're using, you understand? So you got to get yourself together. Now, obviously, you feel as though your sister is the right person to be taking care of your child. I'm hoping she's clean and sober, because that may be the best person to take care of your child right now, and you need to get yourself together.
Yes.
Now, when you come back from prison, at the most you'll be there is 5 years. They may release you sooner. But when you are released, do not come out of prison and try to step into the role as mom and parent and lay down the law and set your own rules. Because remember, there's someone else who's been taking care of your children. All right, good luck to you. All right. All right, Ms. Cooper. And Norma, can you see if Matt can get an attorney for Ms. Cooper? So Ms. Cooper, you're going to get taken into custody today. Wait. Ms. Cooper, there will be an attorney here for you today. Wait. Talk to her. Why you trying to fool me? Can I please talk to her? Can I please? Ms. Cooper, we're not going to take you. I think she's going to have to go. Can I please talk to you? And Deputy Laura, we'll have an attorney appointed for her, so they'll be here to speak with her today.
So keep her downstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
She's on deferred, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, the court is calling 2015 CR 11815W, State of Texas versus Amia Cooper. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Charles Bunt for Ms. Cooper.
And are you Miss Cooper? All right, Miss Cooper, well, before we do that, Mr. Bonk, you are appointed to represent Miss Cooper today, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Have you had ample time to review the allegations in the motion?
I have, and we're waiving our preparations.
All right, Miss Cooper, do you understand that your attorney has 10 days to prepare for a hearing on this matter? You need to say yes or no. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will follow your agreement, find you guilty, grant the motion, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served.
Just for the record, Judge, I've been told by the court staff and the probation department, she has 576 days credit that we're asking to receive.
Okay.
Robert, yeah,
Yes.
needs time for her stay at status and state ISF.
All right. Were those successfully completed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I'll give her credit for any time and inpatient treatment. I understand the issues that you've had in your life, but at some point in time, you are going to have to start making better decisions, because otherwise you're going to find yourself in and out of prison and back to the same place that you were before. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you have a significant other or somebody in your relationship who wants you to do things that are not for your best, then you need to drop them, because they mean you no good. And I don't know if what I'm telling you is sinking in or not, but if you have a boyfriend out there who's making you do things or wants you to do things for fast and easy money, then guess what? That is not the person for you. And you're going to have to stop using drugs, because otherwise what you had in your system today, that could be the last time you use. And then guess what? There would be somebody dead in Bexar County or somebody dead in a field, and they'd be trying to identify the body. Then somebody would identify the body and it may be you. Don't be that person. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. We make excuse.
You may be excused. Thank you so much. Oh, no, I'm being told he stuck his finger in water and in the testing, which I find very suspicious. Yeah, no,
Number two really bad,
nobody does that.
and I was trying to take.
Court is calling 2023 CR 0889, State of Texas versus Stephen Wayne Walbarker. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Ron Ross for defense.
are you Stephen Walbarker? Counsel, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would say that he's 55, and I think his report, he's got child support obligations. He looks, I don't know that he's not diagnosed as mental slowness, but it seems to be. And he's not had real good jobs right now. He works at a cook, but he is employed. He's been employed, and I don't know that this point in time, sentencing the prison is going to really make much difference or correct his behaviors. I would ask you to make him do outpatient treatment. Let's see if give him a chance. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's kind of ridiculous what he says, but give him
Oh,
outpatient.
I would tell you, counsel, outpatient treatment is going to be out of the question. He's going into custody today. So either he's going to prison or either he's going to treatment. Those are his choices. Either he's going to safety. I know they're recommending SADC, but for someone to purposely invalidate a test, that tells me a little bit where he is with regards to his sobriety. So either you have a choice. You can go to safety or you can go to prison. If you wish to go to prison, I will sentence you to 4 years. Which do you choose, prison or treatment?
I'll take treatment.
All right, the court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Thank you. Suspended and probated for 8 years. Take in consideration 2023 CR 0888. We can go off the record. Mr. Walbarker, here's the thing. When I ask for people to do UAs, sometimes I know that people are going to come in and they're going to be positive. I can see the signs when people are going to be positive. The reason why I'm asking is because I'm trying to determine, 1, your level of truthfulness, and 2, where you are in your sobriety. And when you are dishonest with me about your sobriety, you know what that tells me? That tells me you need to be in somebody's inpatient treatment. So you're going to inpatient treatment because of you. All you had to do was take the UA instead of sabotaging the UA test. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
On right now. I just can't just leave it like I'm a house payment. I got my bills to pay. I just can't just go and not pay nothing. When I come out, I'm gonna have nothing. I'm gonna be homeless.
No. Here's the thing. You're assuming that they are going to say inpatient treatment. What I'm telling you is they may not. But the way you're headed right now, there should be a motion to revoke file because you're using. But so I am trying to help you.
Okay.
Your attorney's trying to help you. I don't want to revoke you. I don't want a motion to revoke filed against you. I'm trying to help you. I think it's best for you to go in custody because you're still using. Felony drug court will interview you. They're probably going to accept you. Your attorney can bring documentation to them showing them that you have outpatient treatment lined up. But with outpatient treatment, you can still use. In my court, I'm not a treatment court. I could have you come here every single day for testing, not on the weekends. Felony drug court could see you on weekends because they have the personnel for that. In order for me to even have you tested, I would have to send you out to get testing because they don't have any more cups here because of finances and cutbacks. So you should probably go into custody today, and then felony drug court will probably accept you on Thursday. If felony drug court decides not to accept him, then we'll do something else. But the latest you'll be in custody is Thursday. And what I can tell you is, counsel, we can take him custody today, and I will actually put him on my docket for Friday. Because if nothing happens, then I will take care of him and you'll be released on Friday by me.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Can I put my orders in the ferry, like my house, my dog, everything that's going on with me in my life right now? I just can't be put in jail right now.
I mean, you have family members.
I mean, huh?
You just told me you have family members.
I do have family members.
Mhm.
I do, I mean, I need to, if I'm gonna be going through it, 2 days is kind of, like you said.
All right, do you have the number to his family members? You say you have a dog?
No, dogs, I have dogs, and my daughter, and my daughter's already growing up. I'm already 50 years old. I'm already
How old is your daughter?
28.
Because you're using on a regular basis and it's meth. You never know what's going to happen. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So he'll go into custody today.
Okay.
We're going to do the referral for felony drug court. And then I'm going to set this back in this court on Friday, because if nothing has happened, then we'll do something else. And then I will strongly consider the outpatient.
Okay.
But if you will make a copy of that,
Yes.
and Ms. Abrams, if you could
Need my medication.
email that to felony drug court.
What medication are you on?
Heart medication.
And Judge, he's on some
Heart medication.
heart medication.
Okay.
He had 2 heart
Heart
attacks
attack.
last week, so, I mean, last year.
Mhm.
So, I mean, he also needs his medication, so I don't know
That's why I need to get my.
how we intend to get that resolved as well.
All right, where's your medication?
At my house.
Why would you come to court without medication?
I don't think I already took it this morning.
All right, so I will tell you, using
has helped him, as he said in here. Why do you want to be on probation? And he said, because it'll be my mentor. And you, whether you have agreed to or not, have been his mentor. You, whether you knew it or not, have had a very positive impact on this man's life. And Judge, I can't underestimate the strength of the statement. He has not stepped across the legal line in 3 years. How can we punish him today for what happened when he was 19 or 20 or 21 or whatever? And
I
these
think this is
cases,
from 2022.
these cases were already pending when the court considered everything and placed him on probation. He has not disappointed you. He has not disappointed probation. He has not disappointed anyone. His employer loves him. He is a hard-working, sober, contributing member of this community. To throw his life away and give him 10 years in prison, Judge, I don't see what good would come out of that, because he has demonstrated that he not only can talk the talk before you today, he's walked it. Every step, Judge, he's walked with you, with your probation office. I mean, thank you. He's not who he was because of this court. And now, at the last minute, to pull the rug out from under him and say that we need now to protect society from what you did back before I gave you probation, I don't see the logic in that. What purpose would be served to incarcerate a middle-aged man who admitted that he was a young, want to be the person who did not respect the
I mean,
law.
he wasn't young, because this is in 2022, so it's 2 years ago. He tells me he's in his 30s.
Correct.
So doing young and dumb things is usually teenagers, not people who are in their late 20s. I mean, that,
Yes, I understand.
for the
that.
court, that argument, I'm young and I'm dumb and I'm in my late 20s and I can't control my impulses, that's usually for teenagers.
Sure. And that statement was going to all of that history that was brought up by the state, you know, in Denver, Colorado, and here and there and everywhere. That's where that statement was going. Judge, he admitted his guilt. He came before this court. These cases have been pending a long time, and he has never absconded from the jurisdiction of this court. He's never missed a court date or a court hearing. And, you know, he has patiently waited for this day to arrive, and it has. And I just would ask the court to consider the good that this court has done in this man's life, and why, you know, throw the baby out with the bathwater at this time, Judge. It's you know, 10 years of probation. He's done so far so good. You can still give him the 10 years the state wants you to give him today. You can give it to him tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year.
All right, thank you. Anything else from the state?
Judge, again, these few cases that you have before you, you didn't have this information whenever you decided to give them probation the last time. It's because they were still pending. They hadn't been indicted yet. There was no movement on them. Now that they have come forward, this is what we offered based off of the facts that are in these cases. Again, the court did not have these before. You have them now. You have the ability to take this into consideration. This isn't a teenager who's making bad decisions. This is a grown adult. It's a grown man. He made these choices and the consequences that both of them.
All right, thank you. All right, so Deputy Mejia, Deputy Laura, if you'll take him into custody, and counsel, you need to be back here at 11 and the court will make its decision.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
You're on.
Great. So I'm assuming both parties are asking that he be continued?
Your Honor, the state is asking that the defendant be continued, that he go to SATIF. And what we have done is this defendant has been attending some AA meetings, correct?
Yes, I have 4 signatures.
I'm sorry, how many signatures?
4?
So you've attended 4 meetings
Yes.
since July,
Yes.
right? So what I can tell both parties, and I appreciate the fact that you realize that you have an issue, but from reviewing the court summary, you tested positive for cocaine before. And this wasn't your first DWI according to the court summary.
Judge, I believe it's the only one that he's been carried forward to
Okay.
conviction.
All right, well, I'll disregard that last DWI then and just focus on the DWI that you pled true to. So I have that, and I have you testing positive for cocaine. This is what I'm going to do. You're going to go into custody today. I'm going to refer you to felony drug court. Counsel, if you will reach out to felony drug court.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but my wife works overnight and I'm the only one that can watch my son.
All right, does she have a grandmother?
No, she does not.
Oh, is your mom here?
No, she's not. She has a MOGAD. It's a autoimmune disease.
Okay.
And she could only barely see out of one eye, so.
All right, so here's the issue. You shouldn't be caring for a child when you have this cocaine issue going on in the DWI. Now, this is what I'm telling you, and I want you to internalize what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you help so that you can be successful on this probation, because this is an evading arrest detention with a vehicle. You're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. And while you're on probation in this court, you picked up a DWI. And I realized DWI, the drug use, that's related to addictions. So I'm trying to help you solve that, because otherwise you could potentially go to prison for 10 years. And then when you get out, who knows when you get out, but when you get out, your child won't remember you. So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions. I'm going to do a referral to felony drug court, and counsel, if you reach out to felony drug court, they'll probably be able to see him. Maybe they'll be able to still see him this week, probably not, but definitely next week. And if you reach out to them and tell them He's very interested in the program and would like to be in the program. I know they have a graduation upcoming, so they'll probably have placement for him. All right, so we're going to do a referral to felony drug court. That's first. If he's not accepted into felony drug court, then we're going to do SATA. And I'm going to also add 120 sober meetings. Right, if he'll just have a seat in the box, and if you'll remain, I'll see if they can send somebody over.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes, has the information been uploaded? So I understand that state is talking about what's in the stipulations, but really what we're here on is he drank alcohol and he picked up a DWI. So here's the thing, with regards to your request, you're going to get a choice. You're either going into inpatient treatment, either way, you're going into custody today. You're either going into custody for inpatient treatment, and I know there's a pending DWI, and you're going to be waiting until that DWI is resolved, or I will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Okay, he doesn't seem like he wants it. He's sort of like,
No, it's just, I'm just having your back. I figured at the beginning of this, when I first put on probation, I did while I sat in this for 2 months waiting, I took classes, like reading classes in there. I found out that well, I found me at church. I do a meetings, I do more than the required. I'm trying to figure it out.
no, I understand, but here's the problem. And I will tell you, with regards to the stipulations, that's potentially be considered if you're going to prison, like what would be appropriate. So, I mean, you're going into custody today. You're either going to, I'll let them consider, maybe felony drug court will accept you. I don't think they will for the nature of cause, due to the nature of the cause, but yeah, you're not going home today. So if you want treatment, you'll be going into treatment. Or if you want prison, you'll be going to prison. So which do you prefer? I'm sorry? Okay. All right, and I will note that you've actually been on probation since 2019, and this is the first motion to revoke I've had with you. All right. So I'll deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include SATA. Well, we'll start with to include a referral to felony drug court, and that's to be in custody. If felony drug court doesn't accept him, then SATA, and he's to remain in custody. Hello.
Hello, miss.
Hey, I heard you fell out in the back when they were taking you to custody,
Yes,
throwing yourself on
ma'am.
the floor. Well, here's the thing. Throwing yourself on the floor crying because you've been taken into custody, you know what that results in?
That makes me look like a little girl.
No, I mean, excuse me, do not say bad things about little girls. That's saying something bad things about little girls because little girls don't do that. But you know what ends up happening when you go in the back and you throw yourself on the floor? You just on a dirty floor.
That's true.
And then you know what ends up happening? The deputy calls somebody, and this deputy and the other deputy, they just will drag you out. Now, why were you late for court this morning?
I'm actually on some medication right now that's supposed to help me for my anxiety and depression and other stuff. And I actually had my alarm set for 6:30 a.m. this morning, so I can go ahead and shave this little bit off, take my shower, get some breakfast, and actually be here an hour early.
All right, so let me give you a hint. This is what you have to do, and this is what I do. If you know,
I have 2 phones with the alarm.
here's the thing, they didn't work for you
They
today.
didn't miss, and I woke up this morning mad.
So this is what you need to do. You need to set your alarm and set it in increments. Because this is what I've discovered from some people. Some people, the alarm goes off, then they hit the snooze and they continue to hit the snooze. I'm recalling this case for tomorrow, and guess what? You better be on time.
I got it for 6:30, 6:32, 6:34, 6:36.
Oh, here's the thing.
6:38. That's how I have my alarm.
This is the thing. I'm not in charge of your alarm clock, but I'm gonna recall the warrant, and you had better be in here tomorrow on time
be an
at
hour
9 a.m.
I'm gonna be an hour early, miss.
Oh, well, if you're here an hour early, which means you'll be here at 8,
I'll be
just
here
sit
at
on the
8.
bench.
I'll sit on the bench.
And you know what? If you sitting on that bench, when these doors open, you better be in here.
I'm gonna greet you in the morning, miss.
Well, I mean, don't greet me. The deputies will get concerned about that, but all right, Norma, if you can give him a reset form for tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right,
Thank you, miss.
Take over the custody.
we're going on the record. Court is calling 2025 CR 002324 State versus Roxana Gomez. Can I have parties announced? Do you have any children? Are they adults? Do you have any grandchildren? Are they adults? What are their ages? All right, do you babysit, look after them? All right, so if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And here's the thing, you need to be honest with the court because I will have you drug tested, okay? So what I will tell you is this, where we start out in life, that's not where we will end up, right? So I'm going to follow your agreement, but I'm trying to figure out what programs would help you so you won't be back here again. You understand? So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? All right, for what? What else? All right, do you want me to go send you for a drug test? Okay, all right, so I'm going to send her for a drug test. And Miss Abrams, can you see, felony drug court is right downstairs right now. They could probably do the drug test. All right, so they're going to do a drug test. All right, you can stop that. She says she's going to be dirty for meth as well. All right. Is there anything else other than the marijuana and meth? All right, so how often are you using? All right, so don't do wrong people with me. And let me just tell you why. Because the people you're with, if they were before me, they would say they were with the wrong people. When I ask them who that is, they'll be Miss Gomez. So how often are you using?
I'm not using as much because I'm my grandkids now, so that's what helped me. That's what's helping me right now. And I saw something else, like, oh my God, like, constantly, I'm feeling with the kids, dropping them off, so there's no way, like, talk to me and get high.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. 3 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be no contact with Walmart. And we can hold a theft course in abeyance because I don't think the theft thing is her problem. I think drugs are her problem. So we'll do a theft course in abeyance. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 of the hours will be deemed satisfied. How far did you go in school? All right, so what are your plans for the rest of your life? I mean, what do you want to do? What was your, before you started using drugs, before your life sort of got on track, what did you want to do with your life? All right, so I will tell you what, the remaining 100 hours will be deducted if she provides some type of proof or certification from a trade school. So your choices will be, you can do 100 of hours because it's going to get hot in San Antonio. They'll have you picking up trash outside, or you can better yourself with the trade school. I'm gonna want the TAP evaluation in custody and a referral to felony drug court. And that's to be in custody. You understand? So this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna take you into custody today. We're gonna get the TAP evaluation done. And we can go off the record. I'm doing it to try to help you because the last thing I would want to see for you is you're spending the rest of your life in jail or in prison, or either somebody having to identify your body. You understand? All right, so the deputy is going to take you into custody today. They're going to do the TAP evaluation and the felony drug court evaluation. Counsel, if they recommend inpatient treatment and you don't agree with it, you can come back. But I will tell you, felony drug court is a great program. So you're going to need to be honest with them. It's a hard program, but they will help you get stable, okay? All right, good luck to you. A plea?
Judge, he entered his plea on 25 April.
Okay,
It was to an agreed deferred adjudication with a recommendation of 10 years.
Mhm.
Judge Angelini, sua sponte, ordered a PSI with a setting of 2 June.
so
for
you're
the
asking
PSI.
that you're waiving the PSI?
I would certainly like to waive the PSI, and also, Your Honor, Judge Angelini took Mr. Murphy into custody because he was an hour late the day prior to the
So
plea.
now we know it should be on time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And see, people always come to me, they would say, oh, Judge, it's just 9 a.m. Then when another judge fills in for me and it's 9 a.m. and you're late, instead of getting a lecture, you get custody. I don't know. Should I start doing that, Attorney Featherston?
Judge, for the right individual, it may be a proper way to get their attention.
Okay. And you're saying that's not right for your client?
Well, I'm saying that his attention has been gained and that he is respectfully requesting that the court lift his custody.
Right. You know what I always tell people when they're late for appointments, and this is how I was raised. If you're late for an appointment and there's no emergency, like I'm not on the side of the road, I had an accident or I'm in the hospital, what you're telling that person is, I have something that's more important than this appointment I have with you. That's basically what you're telling the person. This whole thing, I'm showing up fashionably late. No, that's you saying, I have something more important than to be where I'm supposed to be. So make sure you're always on time. All right. When's the last time you had employment?
2 years ago. Can tell you a good reason.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
So how are you supporting it?
At this moment,
Well, no, I mean, you haven't been working for 2 years. In that 2 years where you were unemployed, how were you supporting yourself?
I was living at home with my mother.
I don't understand why mothers allow this. So was your mom working?
Yes,
So how would you spend your day?
trying to find a job.
Through what hours?
In the day hours.
Do you have any children?
I have one.
How old?
1 month.
And where is the 1 month old?
She's in Fort Worth.
With her mother?
Yes.
All right. So what drugs have you used in the past?
Methamphetamine.
Anything else? Have you ever been to prison before? Have you ever been to jail before, other than this time?
Yes.
For what? Oh, and I'm sorry, state, you may be excused.
Graffiti, marijuana.
How far did you go in school?
All the way to high school.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
And what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Being a father,
And how are you going to accomplish that?
by getting a job and take care of my daughter.
All right, what's your dream job?
Dream job.
Mhm.
Anything that can get my daughter to where she needs to be.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Do you want to speak to the length of deferred, the length? The state is asking for 10 years.
Judge, we agreed to a 10-year deferred. I had discussed with Mr. Murphy that there is an early termination provision within the statute and discussed with him in detail what he needed to do in order to become eligible for early termination.
All right. 10 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. In custody, I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. Your attorney will explain to you what felony drug court is. You need to be honest with them because I think you do have a major drug problem, as evidenced by the fact that you're here, as evidenced by the fact that in the past you've had meth, as evidenced by the fact that you've been unemployed for 2 years. You understand? So you need to be honest with them and do your best to get in that program if you truly want to be a better person for your child. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that will be in custody. And if he's not accepted, TAP evaluation in custody, proof of employment within 30 days of release, and CPS compliance if applicable. I don't know if CPS is involved or not, but if they are, he needs to follow their rules.
All right, Your Honor.
Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
Your Honor, may I ask you to reconsider a few items?
Sure.
If he's not allowed to live with his mother temporarily, he's going to be homeless. As he doesn't have any income, doesn't have any financial wherewithal to rent an apartment at this point. Would the court consider giving him a move-out date of 1, 2, or 3 months to give him time to get on his feet and obtain an apartment with some income that's coming in? Otherwise, it's really setting him up to fail on the 120-day, day for day, and the other conditions that the court would like him to be able to accomplish. Additionally, Judge, we were here with Judge Angelini. The TAP evaluation couldn't be done before the 2nd of June because the lady that was doing the TAP evaluation also was doing the PSI evaluations. And that was the earliest she
Well,
had
I
on
will
her
tell you,
calendar.
if he is honest with felony drug court is going to accept him. And if they accept him, he's not going to need to be there for the TAP evaluation.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Abrams, I'll allow him to reside with his mother, but after June 27th, he's no longer allowed to reside there. Go off the record. Let me just explain to you why I'm not allowing you to live with your mother after that date. Because you're an adult male, you need to support yourself. And sometimes it's a mother's love, and it's very hard for moms to do the tough love thing and give you deadlines. So I've just given you a deadline.
Yes, ma'am.
And whether you have employment or not, you're going to have to figure it out.
Thank you.
All right. In this court, communication is key if you want to be successful on probation. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come to court.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank you.
right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're welcome. Court is calling 2015 CR 6277 and 2014 CR 0519. All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation number 2 in 2014 CR 0159, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 in that cause number 2015 CR 6277. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 7 years in prison? Did you understand? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2 in that cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in that cause number, the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, ma'am, there is. Subject to court's approval, the agreement is that the court deny the MTR, conditions be altered and amended for him to complete SAGs.
All right, is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement? All right, the court will deny the motion in each cause number. Alter and amend conditions. To include SATA. Defendant will be taken into custody today, and he's to remain in custody until transferred to SATA.
Your Honor, we did discuss it with the state, and I would ask the court to consider allowing him to surrender next Monday.
That will be denied.
Thank you, Judge, for your consideration.
Thank you, you're welcome. Good luck to you.
Excuse, Judge.
Yes, you may be
Thank you.
excused. Ms. Marino. All right, so this was recalled for this afternoon because the court wanted a UA. It's my understanding that it was negative.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, congratulations. That's a good thing. And according to your plea bargain agreement, the state is asking for 30 days. Is that correct? All right. And that's agreed to?
It is, she has 6 days credit in at this time, so if the court would consider the judgment satisfied, that would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, she's prepared to go into custody today.
All right, so I wasn't the person who took this plea, so the only thing that she had to do was report. And we're here because of other things. So I'm not inclined to give her a judgment satisfied.
I understand.
But I seriously consider it if there were things that had been done. So are you asking the court to follow your agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, then what the court will do, the court will find you guilty. The court will give you credit for any time served. The court will sentence you to 30 days in the Barron County Jail. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And in this case, there's also an affirmative finding of family violence. Because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Corey Puente. Oh, I'm doing great. Why do you think you're here?
For compliance hearing for criminal positive,
All right. And what else?
that should be it.
Well, let me just tell you the report I'm receiving on you. This is what the probation officer is saying to me about you. And how old are you?
20.
All right, you're 20. Since obtaining the probationer's case, when they say probationer, they're talking about you. He has shown zero to very minimal effort regarding his probation. The probationer has had issues reporting on time, reporting for field visits, testing positive for cocaine and meth, and enrolling or providing proof of employment for any remaining court-ordered programs. The probationer and I have had several discussions regarding his actions and how or what we can do to get back on track, really stressing the small actions, such as simply calling this probation officer within 24 hours after an attempted field visit or taking accountability for his action. The probationer appears to continue to struggle to grasp the severity of his circumstances and what he can do to grow and move forward with his life and the lessons he can learn on his probation path. That's the report that I have on you. The report tells me you are doing nothing, zero, nada. Why are you doing nothing on this probation in this court other than using drugs?
I have attended 2 out of the 4 classes, and we have had.
No, they say you don't even call in.
Call them when they come for a field visit.
Yeah, they say you're not doing the simplest of things. And what I can tell you is you've had 3 motions to revoke in this court. So, and I know that each time you came before me, I've told you that you're looking at up to 10 years in the prison. Deputy Laura, could you do me a favor? Could you place the handcuffs on him, please? Each time you come before me, I know I've told you you're looking at doing 10 years in prison. Obviously, your mother is not laying down the law with you at home. They say that you keep saying that you work with your mom, but you don't provide any proof. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to allow you to work with your mom because I don't know if your mom is actually having you work with her. So you're going to ISF. And the reason why I'm sending you to ISF is because you need an attitude adjustment. You understand? Now, if you don't want to sign to go to ISF, you don't have to sign for it. What will end up happening is a motion to revoke will be filed. So which would you prefer?
ISF, Your Honor.
All right. So he wants to go to ISF, and if you could put him in ISF cognitive.
Your Honor, so we, the recommendation was for local ISF.
Okay.
Patch, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So you're going to go to local ISF. This is the last time we're going to have this conversation with you following rules. Obviously, your mom is not laying down the law with you. So you're not going to be allowed to work with your mom. You're going to have to get a job with a different employer, because if you get a job with a different employer, that employer, if you don't report, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to call the court and say, oh yeah, he reported for work if you did not. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to go to prison?
No, Your Honor.
All right. If you want to go to prison, I will get an attorney appointed to you and you can go to prison and I'll send you to prison. How old are you?
20 years old.
All right, you're 20. You're going to have to start doing better. Do you have children?
No.
That's a good thing. Probation, this is serious. And I hope I'm getting your attention because we're not going to have a conversation again where you're not doing anything. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, is there anything else you need to be successful on this probation?
No, it shouldn't be.
All right. Do not come back here again where you are not doing anything. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I keep an open mind on everything, but we are not going to have any more compliance hearings with you. If I get a report and it appears that everything is in order, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. When a motion to revoke is filed, what ends up happening is a warrant is issued for your arrest and you will be picked up wherever you may be. You could be at the grocery store in the middle of checking out or have already checked out. You know what's going to happen? Those groceries are going to be put to the side and they're going to take you to jail. If you are at home, they're going to pick you up and take you to jail. If you're in the middle of watching a movie and you're at the part where they're about to solve everything, guess what? If they pick you up during that time, you're going to miss what happens. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
In this court, probation is serious. In this court, communication is key. And probation officers know that I like for them to communicate with people. And that's why they put in here that they've had several discussions with you regarding your actions. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Versus Lee Galindo Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Brent Bus from Mr. Galindo.
All right. And you're Mr. Galindo? All right. You were brought back here because I was trying to decide on whether or not to send you to prison or grant you probation. State is silent. I've had a chance to think of it. Sometimes it takes time to think over things. I never like to make snap judgments. And what I can tell you is my main concern with you is the number of DWIs you've had. That's concerning. And maybe you do well on probation when you are, supervised intensely. And then once you're off probation, you go back to your old habit, which is if there's an issue, let me drink. So the state is solid. I'm going to give you a choice. Probation in this court is very hard. And I'm taking in consideration the fact that you have been in treatment and doing well, but you've been convicted of driving while intoxicated before as a felony. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here's your choice. You're going into custody today either way. One, you can be taken into custody and you can go to safety, or either I can send you to prison. And the state is asking for 5 years prison. I would sentence you to 4 years prison because I know that you have been doing some treatment. So those are your choices, but either way, you're going into custody today. So which would you prefer? Okay. All right. Thank you, state. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's going to be safety, followed by aftercare, proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition of probation, DWI, education course, victim impact live, ignition interlock for full term, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, and then at probation's discretion, 2 years license suspension. Probation, is there anything else he needs? And there's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? And then, I'm sorry, probation upon release, I'm going to want 120 meetings in 120 days. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. And here, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, you need to talk to probation. If you feel yourself thinking that you're going to start drinking, call probation. You need to get a sponsor. You need to be vigilant on your sobriety. I think now, if this should be a wake-up call for you, that you can't drink at all. And I don't know why, if people are going to drink, have a designated driver already built into the, factored into the situation. But for you, you're not allowed to drink at all. And while you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink at all. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, Once Upon a Time in the West. Thank you, with Henry Fonda. Yeah, do you know what? That is one of the best Westerns that has ever been made, and so few people have seen it.
I agree. Anyway, I was just.
Thank you. That is so true. All right, Mr. Hernandez, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing great. All right, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'll probably say positive.
Positive for what? Could everyone please whisper? All right. How often are you using meth? No, it has to be, you knew you were coming to court today. So for you to be positive for meth, that means you used knowing you had to be in court today. So again, how often are you using?
Not often.
What does that mean?
Let's say 3 times a week.
All right, that's often. All right, so we're going to try to get you some help. We're going to do a UA today, and you're going to be taken into custody today, and we're going to try to get you some inpatient treatment, okay? All right, can you UA him, please? Zane Hernandez. All right, so Mr. Hernandez, we're gonna make sure you have treatment, because you using meth that amount of time, it's not gonna end well for you. All right, do you have children? All right, where are you staying? Are you staying with someone? Your mom? All right, so we'll be sure to make sure that we have your mother's number and let her know. And we're gonna get an attorney appointed for you before you leave here today, okay? All right. So we can do the UA, and if you can issue, file a motion to revoke. And I'm not doing this as a punishment to you. I'm doing it so that hopefully you'll become clean and sober, because otherwise it's not going to end well. And when you think that using meth 3 times a week is not a lot, that's a lot. Okay? All right, thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Yvette Martinez.
All right, where are your children?
My children, my daughter's with, my son, my daughter's with the grandma of my husband, Robert, back here.
Okay.
And my son is, with his dad, which I don't want him there because he has a problem with, drugs, just to be honest, so I'm kind of scared. I don't want him there too long, I want to get him out of there. As soon as possible.
You're
I
going
just
in,
had nobody else to watch him.
you're going into inpatient treatment today. So we recently learned of a new program. I'll do New Things Ministries. So they may be able to speak to you quickly. We can also try lifetime recovery, but it's going to be while in custody. This is a very serious offense. People could have died. I'm concerned that you don't believe you have an alcohol problem, because it appears from everything that I'm reading that you do.
I do, and
Okay.
I take full responsibility for
Okay.
what I did. It was wrong, and I'm gonna pay for it.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take you into custody today. Mr. Longacre, if you would like to call are you pregnant?
No.
Okay. If you would like, and the only reason why I asked that is because it was suggested to me that maybe you were, and I would like the deputy to know that, because if you are, they don't handcuff you behind.
Oh,
Okay. So that's why I asked, not that you look pregnant at all. Okay. All right. So I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's a $2,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be restitution to Julio Casas Jr. and Cameron Casas, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete parenting classes, the restitution will be deemed satisfied. Ignition and interlock for half the term, 2-year driver's license suspension. You are stipulating that on or about January 7, 2022 at Pockets located at 5819 Northwest Loop 410, San Antonio, Texas 78238. You consumed alcoholic beverages, and Pockets was the only establishment that you assumed alcohol beverages that day. Then you drove a vehicle, into a vehicle occupied by Julio Casas Jr. and Cameron Casas Jr. Going to have regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs, referral to lifetime recovery, or I'll do New Things Ministries.
Judge, could you spell that, please? Did you say all?
I apostrophe WL do DO new NEW thing THING ministries MINISTRIES.
Thank you. Is that here in San Antonio?
Yes, it is. There'll be regular reporting by, I already said regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And the UAs, make sure they test for alcohol. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days upon release. Field visits 1 time per month for 4 months, and then thereafter random as probation sees fit. Is there anything else that she needs probation?
Your Honor, the field visits after,
Release from inpatient?
however, she lives in Atascosa County.
Ah. Well, she's gonna have to call in at least once a month for 4 months. To probation
To her,
reporting. All right, is there anything else? State,
Fair sale.
defense,
I'm coming in from the accused.
and are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, here's the thing, Mr. Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can do one or two things with your case. One, I can follow your agreement, the 3 years in the prison. But I will tell you right now, if I were to grant your application, I would not feel comfortable with you being on bond during the holidays. So you would be at the Bear County Jail. Felony drug court does not open up its ability to accept new people till the end of January. So if you want the court to consider an application for probation, I will. But that's what I would consider. End of story. There is no, but can I do this? But can I do that? That's the only way that I would consider giving you probation. And let me just explain to you why I wanted the PSI and the TAP evaluation, because I see that your history is riddled with DWIs, right? 3 years, prison. Maybe they'll help you with your drug issues with alcohol, maybe not. But I do know once you're released from prison, then there will be really no supervision. So those are your choices. And if felony drug court does not take you, then you will be waiting there for another evaluation for perhaps lifetime recovery. Those are your choices.
Can I show you some paperwork here? Look, I have attended college. Look, I was in a car accident. That's why I didn't finish my
All right, so
psychology.
I understand what you're telling, but I want you to hear me.
Yes.
You only have two choices. Either you're going to prison for 3 years. When you get out of prison, there's probably not going to be any supervision, or either you're going into custody today and felony drug court will review you for their program at the end of January because they don't have any room for you. I do not feel comfortable granting your application for probation and allowing you out and about for the holidays. So those are your only two choices. Either it's prison for 3 years or either it's probation with the conditions that I'm going to give you. So do you need to discuss that with your attorney?
So I'm gonna be locked up right now to win.
Oh, if felony drug court accepts you, great. If they don't accept you, then you're gonna go into some inpatient treatment.
And what about that mental program on County Court 12?
No, this is a felony.
This is felony, this.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll take a chance in the county.
All right. So, well, when you say take a chance in the county, what do you mean?
Well, you said I'm gonna be there in the county jail, see if I apply for that probation, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I want.
So you do not wish to go to prison?
No,
All right, then counsel, I'll need you to fill out an application for community supervision and we'll go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you all can change your plea bargain agreement to the state is silent.
Your Honor, I have a question. How long more or less will I be in there?
All right, so see, here's the thing.
This is what I'm-
Let me just tell you something. This is what I noticed. I noticed that when people are looking at prison, they will say they will do anything not to be in prison. And then when they're given a chance not to be in prison, then they want to write different things.
Yes.
So, I mean, you'll be in there as long as they require you to be in there. That's how long you're going to be in there.
Okay, but I can change it right now, right? The prison time.
Oh, okay. He wants prison time.
I
You
really
can stop. He wants to go to prison.
No, that's okay.
Nope. We're gonna do prison time. All right, That's what he wants. Come forward. Oh, come forward. Court is calling 2019 CR 5359W, State of Texas versus Alfredo Perez. All right, the court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation in custody, extend 2 years, and there's a referral to felony drug court. And there's to be the UA hotline until further notice. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
You need drug counseling, is drug, I don't know the company. The idea is to get you off of this successfully.
Right. I mean, I do, I like help. I mean, not that I don't feel
What
like
kind
I
of help
really
you guys-
need it, but I mean.
Drug counseling, I mean, Your Honor.
All right, so what we'll do is we're gonna do you a referral for felony drug court, but they're gonna take you into custody. And they're gonna do a TAP evaluation while in custody. And they're gonna do a felony drug court referral while in custody. You need to be honest with felony drug court, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it appears here that you have not been doing your testing. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, so that's what the court is going to order. We're off the record from here on out. You're gonna have to start asking yourself a question. And you know what that question is gonna be? Whether or not using marijuana or using drugs is worth you going to the state jail facility for potentially 2 years. John Martinez. Excuse me, the lady, excuse me, you, come forward. Yes, come, no, come forward. First of all, why are you in this court in shorts?
I'm sorry, I was just, I don't know, I've never really been in court.
All right, second of all, turn your phone over to the deputy. Do not close it. Deputy Laura, if you'll delete whatever photo she took, please.
This is just.
All right, who are you taking photos of?
Oh, I was just letting my daughter know my son was okay and that he.
No, my question is, who are you taking photos of? All right, so Deputy Laura, if you put her in cuffs, since you want to be next to her son and put her in the box.
I apologize, ma'am. I did.
Oh, I appreciate your apology.
I didn't know.
All right.
Put your phone picture up.
And who is Rick in the box?
He's with Charles Monk.
All right. Well, I'm sure Charles Blanc will come back and take care of you, but for now, you're going to be in the box.